Minecraft Dungeons is quite a great game. However, here are 5 things that we think you should know before you buy.
Number 1, simplicity. So the game's pretty easy to pick up. It feels natural whether you're using a keyboard or controller. Controls are all in the right spots. I'd never found myself going, oh, you know what, I wish I was pressing this button instead of that button, which I find with some games these days. There's not actually too much going on to the point where it's like, oh crap, I've forgotten the controls. But there's just enough there that keeps it interesting.
Definitely agree. I also think that it's catered for all sorts of ages, all sorts of consoles. They've done that well, catered for all sorts of consoles, and I think anyone can sort of play it.
Very pick up and play.
Agree. What's next? Aesthetics.
Yeah. Aesthetics, number 2. The game looks lovely.
Amazing.
I mean, from the first dungeon that you drop into and that lovely cutscene that you watch, everything about it just looks fresh.
Even on low quality.
Even on low quality, yeah. It's nice to see a fresh spin on the Minecraft world.
Definitely.
Something that I think we both appreciated. And it still takes that sort of blocky textures that we all love, but it makes them feel more real, I guess. It's one of those things where it just looks really nice. Yeah, they spent a lot of time on the map design, you can tell.
Yeah, very good. Rate that. Replayability. Okay, so what's that thing called that they've done, Michael? I always forget.
What?
With the mapping.
Replayability. Oh yeah, so with the map that they've got to a point they have the custom generation. Each time you play through, I think we noticed that the maps sometimes rotate as well, depending on where you come in. So every time you go through, it looks like you're playing different levels. Along with that, you have the classic, unique, legendary sort of weapons and different play styles. You know, you can go for a soul set, or you can go for heavy armor. You can go for berserker sets, whatever you want. There's lots of different ways to play through the game, and lots of different difficulties that you unlock the further into the game you get. Which makes it a lot of fun. So every time you hop in, it feels fresh, it feels new. You don't feel like it's the same stale grind.
Definitely. Now, number 4, multiplayer. The multiplayer factor to it. I think this is obviously a lot of games in multiplayer, but this is great. So that there's up to 4 players that you can play with. So like, you could even play with your family. I think matching it with the simplicity of the game, you could even play with your little sisters, little cousins, big parents, like whoever your grandma maybe, but like
big parents.
Really, it's just good. Yeah, it allows like a pretty decent sized party of 4 people to play together. I think so.
Yeah, and look, the good thing that I found about it, everything in the game is multiplayer except for the tutorial world. So you play through the tutorial, you get a very basic grasp on the controls, and then Daniel and I, we hopped in and we played through the whole game together, every level, every cutscene, every chest opening. And you get to really share that experience, which made it a lot of fun. It's really good having somebody beside you when you're crawling through the dungeons.
Definitely helps. That definitely adds to the fun having someone else.
Yeah, but look, along with all of these positives, there is always a negative. Every new game, you know how it is. We've noticed that there was, if you've watched our Let's Play, a fair few glitches and bugs that appear every now and then, falling off the map, being unable to exit certain levels, loading in without weapons. Lots of things that, I wouldn't say they're definitely not deal breakers. The game is still pretty awesome, but it's just one of those things where it's like, Mojang, pretty big company, you would expect them to, come on, get your shit together. We didn't need these in launch, and their biggest one, wipe your SSD if you uninstall the launcher. Like, that's the type of stuff that should never go live.
Yeah, you expect a couple small ones, but not like there's been a few that we've encountered.
Yeah, at one point we couldn't actually finish a level regardless of how hard we tried. We got to the end, door wouldn't open, got trapped out of bounds, fell off the map. Yeah, so, but other than that, look, we've played through the main game on a couple difficulties now, both recorded and not recorded, and I really loved it. I had a lot of fun, more fun than I've had in a little while playing
it's
a
very
brand
fun.
new game.
Definitely
Especially
very
at
fun.
the price point. Not a lot of games come out around that sort of $20, $30 mark and look this good and feel this nice to play. So if I was going to give it a rating, I'd probably drop it maybe an 8.5 out of 10.
Agree, completely agree.
I really love it. Definitely would not hesitate to recommend buy it.
I've recommended it to everyone.
At this point, we haven't played through the DLC, but we did buy the Hero Edition. So when that comes out, we'll play through the DLC and maybe we'll get a DLC review video.
Done. Alright guys, that's our 5 things you should know before you buy the game. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos, our Let's Play of the Minecraft Dungeon story, and we hope you enjoy.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Peace.